Hi and welcome to this Severne Shop video, and we are talking about foiling at the moment. It's September 2021 and I thought I'd talk to you about this bad boy. So this is the Foilglide 8 meter. So what is special about a foiling sail? Well, with foiling, essentially what it's all about is you need grunt when you get going to pop the foil onto the foil. And once you've got that, then there's very little power that you need to drive that sail. So the leach of the sail can be quite tight because basically you need to process less air, and the centre of effort can be higher, pulling you onto your toes because you stand on a foil board rather than lean back like you would on a windsurfer. So why the Foilglide? This is the Foilglide 2, followed on from the Foilglide 1. So essentially, what's so special about it? First thing we can see is the key thing with the Foilglide is it is light. Okay, light is king, because when you are making small maneuvers when you're foiling, you don't want a big heavy sail to have to do it with. So making it light is really the key thing, and as we all know, that's what Severne's good at. So with this sail, full monofilm to keep that weight down. We've got cams. This one's actually got 4 cams in it to get depth in the sail, to get you that bottom end grunt, to get you up and going. With the smaller sails, these Foilglide 2s come in 8 meter, 7 meter, 6 meter and 5 meter. And they go from, this has got 6 battens down to, I think it's 4 battens on the 5 meter. Because it's just about keeping the sail really light, the swing weight nice and light. Also, it's got a quite a high aspect ratio in the sail, so very high, keeping the boom length short. Now, what does that do for you? That gives you control. If we take a look at this 8 meter and how short, just swing that around that wing. If we look how short the boom is, look, that's pretty short. And that's to give you control. So because what you're going to be doing is when you're foiling, you are going to be pretty much standing up. What we've also got is on these, we have the markers, so the trademark Severne markers. So when you set your boom height up, you're doing the same height every single time. So short this way, tall that way, and a tight leach, which you can see, not much in there, making the sail very light, very stable. So when you're foiling and you're doing those small movements, it's nice and light to do. Whereas if you had something far heavier, Turbo GT or something like that, then generally it would be just make a harder sail to maneuver. 8 meter. This is the new one for 2021. I've been out on this a couple of times. I've not actually got it planing yet, so I can't speak about that. Certainly the 7 and 6 meter, I absolutely love those. They're really stable. The only thing I've found with this, and I might be wrong because I haven't actually got it on the plane, is I found the cutout very high on this. I had to have it down here kind of thing. That bemused me a bit because normally with Severne sails it's all pretty constant. So just with the 8 meter I found that rather high. You may notice I'm using a metal boom on this. And again, I use Enigmas all round, but on the foiling I'm using the metal because generally it's just to get it pumping. That's all you need it for, and then there's very little stress on the boom. So and that seems perfectly happy to do that. But of course, if you are looking at the swing weight, the metal boom does put it up. So it's a trade-off. Maybe when I get kind of more into this, then I might get an Enigma boom to do it. So the 8 meter, I would guess between 8 and 10 miles an hour. The only thing I would find with any sail of this size is that I'm finding the days that I go out, which are the light wind days, the difference between foiling and not is a matter of 2 miles an hour. So it doesn't take much then to find that I'm struggling to get up, and that's the only thing I'm finding. Whereas I was hoping it was just going to be pump, 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 up you go, and then you're going. I'm not finding it quite to be like that. Probably it might be because the UK summer in 2021 has been extraordinarily light winds. Very little. Even today, I'm supposed to be testing today, and there's just nothing. So it could be something to do with that. But I also, between 8 and 10 miles an hour, which is what I thought would be the speed, unless the forecasts have been out and my kind of wind barometer in my head is out. It just feels like the difference between planing and not planing in those light winds, there's not a lot in it. But stability wise on these foil glides is fantastic. If you're currently using a wave sail or a 5-batten sail, going, oh, that will be all right, I don't need that, I'm going to use my sails for everything, wait till you try a foil glide 1 or a foil glide 2 and you'll find a massive difference in the way that you hold your stance and therefore the foil board flies. Huge. Also, interestingly enough, they rig on RDM masts. The 8 metres actually only on a 460, which is remarkable because the 7 metre and the 6 metre also rig on that. So that's quite an achievement. Well done, guys. They are very compatible. They use the triple extension down the bottom here, so you can do it on a Cyclops that I have done and probably have done today. So that's not a big issue. But if you're thinking, do I spend the money on a foil glide sail, I'd definitely say yes. And don't be put off by, oh, it's a cam sail, it's going to be like the cam sails of old. Forget all that, it's not. So, yeah, as far as that goes, I'm really impressed with it. The 8.0 is, I've not yet had it fully flying, but certainly the feel of it feels it's going to be a lovely cruiser, which is what it's designed for. It is a Freeride foiling sail. If you want to go stacked out, you want to be getting a Hyperglide. But for pleasant sailing, foil glide every day of the week.